Alright, you are here to learn My Little Pony. I'm going to try to do this very fast and straightforward as much as I can. I am going to play the game and teach as I go because I think that's the only way I can do it. It's more visual and you get to see what's going on. I'm not very good at explaining things, but I will try my best. First, you will need cards from the My Little Pony TCG. They look like this. Has number on the top left and numbers on the bottom right. Do not get it confused with the old card game that got discontinued like 10 years ago. And this is also the My Little Pony collector cards. They are not the same, they just look very nice. And you can play it as a main character like this one, but this one is from the card game itself. You will need one main character card, a 50 card deck. You can only have 4 of the same copy of one card. You can have 4 of any copy in the deck. Even if they are different art, you cannot use 4 and 4. This is 2 of the same cards. The numbers at the bottom is right here, BP01, CR02. These are both the same card. You can play 2, 2, 1, 3, 3, 1. You will have 4 stories, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 with the same name. This one is Dragon Shy. They all have to be the same. And 15 scenes, you can have all the same as long as they're 15. Your character will start on the left. Stories 1, 2, 3, 4. Your scenes will be shuffled, but since they're all the same, it doesn't really matter. Later, there will be decks that will play multiple characters. Not multiple characters, multiple scenes. You will decide who goes first by a dice roll or a coin flip. We're just going to say that I'm turn player 1. You will shuffle your deck, let the opponent cut the deck, and draw 5 cards. If you do not like your hand, you can mulligan by putting your whole hand under your deck and draw a new 5. I'm going to use these white sleeves as examples. For contact or battle phase, if you know from other card games, but for contact phase, they are in lanes. If you are the very first player that is going first, it will start from left to right for contact. If the opponent was to go first, then it would start from here for contact on each player's turn. But since I'm going first, it's going this way, even on the opponent's turn. Different cards in the game. Character. This is the Force of Harmony on the top left. Force of Harmony is basically the cost of the card to play. This is Inspiration. This is an Inspiration of 4. If you play other card games, this is your health or damage. This is an event. When you play the event, it will go to the retirement area right away. And then the effect will happen. It is an item. You will attach it to a character that you have on the adventure area. Once you are done mulling and the turn will start playing, each player will put 4 plans from the top of the deck on top of the stories. You cannot look at it beforehand. These are random. The very first person has their scene face down. Turn 2 player will have 1 face up. Starting phase, untap all cards. So if there's any cards like this, but since there's nothing, you don't do any of that. Starting phase, you will add 1 scene face up for turn player. First player does not draw a card. If you go second and it's your first turn, you do draw a card, just the very first player does not. Forgot to mention, how to win the game is to get your main character to the last story, or if your opponent runs out of cards in their main deck. I will tap 2 scenes. You can use face up or face down to play a card. You can put it onto any lane you feel like. Contact phase will be skipped on both players' first turn. And then end phase. If you have more than 10 cards, you will have to discard your hand into the retirement area until you have 10. Player 2 will add a scene face up, so they will have 2 scenes face up. Second player will draw a card and say they will tap 2 scenes to play their character. On their main phase, contact will be skipped, and then end phase. And then starting phase for me, untap my cards and add a scene face up. Draw a card, and then now main phase. I can either tap 2 to play Angel and tap 1 to play Fluttershy with an ability that will give my Angel +2. Or I can tap 3 to play my Fluttershy onto the first lane. We're going to go through different scenarios that can happen. So for contact phase, lane 1 will happen. This is 4-1. This one will get retired. Lane 2 can choose to intervene a plan or promote. I will explain that in a bit. Lane 3, nothing will happen. This one will not intervene a plan because it's not turn player's turn. I'm going to move this up a little bit so you guys could see the story. To intervene a plan, there must not be any character on the opposing side. So let's say this one has nothing and it intervenes a plan. This card will flip face up. If it does not have a pre-planned card, this card will go to the opponent's hand. If you do contact and you choose not to intervene, you can promote your character to the next story, but you cannot promote to the story if your opponent still has one on top of their story 1, 2, 3, or 4. So in order to get to story 1, you need to get rid of the plan on story 1. To get to story 2, to promote to story 2, you must have both of these plans gone before you can start promoting. So I'm going to give you an example. This one will intervene the plan. Goes to hand. This one you can choose to intervene this plan, or you can choose to promote. You would most likely choose to promote because the ability on the story on the first one is usually draw a card. So you would draw a card from your main deck and add it to your hand. Some decks you would want to do more damage depending on where you're at. The downside to having them take more plans is that they're adding extra cards to their hands. We are going over with the inspo boosting. If turn player is playing down a card on top of another card and they are going through contact, if I want to make mine a 5 for this contact, I can flip this face down and make this into a 5. They can also counter by flipping 1 to make it a 5 as well, or flipping 2 to make theirs bigger. If turn player does not inspo boost and they decide to do 1, turn player can no longer flip theirs face down to inspo boost. Theirs has already been passed. If your scenes are tapped as well, you can inspo boost. You can inspo boost your tapped scenes as well. If they are not tapped, they are still going to be not tapped as well if you flip them over. Am I doing this good? I hope so. This is like my 7th take. We are going to go over the different card effects on each card. This is a normal card, a pre-planned card, an appear card, and a adventure card. This one is a event and an item card. This is your regular card. It doesn't have any effects when you play it. This is an appear card. When you play the card, the effects will happen. So this one is choose one pet in your adventure area and get +2. So if I play this and I paid 1 and I have no pets, the ability won't happen. So most likely you will try to save this in your hand for later. Or if you're just trying to intervene a plan, you can play it at a cheaper cost because it's only 1. This is adventure. Adventure means as long as it's on here, the effect will happen while there are 5 or more scenes in your area. This gets +2. So if I don't have 5, this is only a 4. But if I do have 5, it is now a 6 during my turn. So if they have the 4 inspo Applejack, I can now play this with cost of 3 and it is a 6. Event card. So if the board is filled and I wanted to play a card and intervene a plan, I can now play my event card that lets me choose 1 inspiration 4 or less and retire it. So I would choose this for Applejack and retire it. And then now when I go through contact, this can intervene a plan or promote. This is an item card. It only adorns to a Fluttershy. This means that you can only play it onto a Fluttershy with the Force of Harmony 4 or more and gets 2 inspo. So this is Force of Harmony 4 and it will get 2. So this will be 8. These are pre-plans. You kind of have to get lucky with these ones because these are the ones that are on top of your stories and you don't get to see them since they are random. But I'm just going to go through the different scenarios. This one is a draw 2. If this one gets intervened by your opponent, this one will go to the retirement area and you will draw 2 cards. This one, let's say let's say Rainbow Dash is here, and this contact happens. This lets me +2 to any character on my adventure area, so I would give it to Rainbow Dash. If they didn't have a character here for me to give it to +2 to battle, it's kind of pointless. So if it's empty and I give it +2, it's kind of a waste. So that's why you have to get lucky. And let's say if it is there and we play this pre-plan, and this pre-plan happens. This one goes, intervene, pre-plan. Choose one Fluttershy and give it +2. So if I don't have any Fluttershy, it won't get +2 since this is a Rainbow Dash. If your pre-plan is any card like event, character, it will flip up. No pre-plan, it will go to your hand. And then this is a pet pre-plan. So sometimes you will have strategies on where you want to place them. Say if this pet is here, they can always put something higher to get rid of the pet. So I like to play it either on the second or third, depending on which pet it is. So say if this one intervenes a plan, this one lets you draw 2 if you have a pet on the adventure area. So say if this one is here, this one goes first, and they boost 2, and this goes. This one intervenes, this one happens. As of right now, all the first scenes are draw 1. So if you promote to this one, it is draw 1. My scene gives me +2, so I like to save my strategy like this. If I know I'm going to promote to this one, I will contact and then promote. This will give me any character +2. This will be a 6 to 4. This one, if I get promoted to this one, will let me choose any pet. And the last one will always be the same, which is win the game. I forgot one more ability, which is Farewell. Farewell happens when a card gets retired from the adventure area to the retirement area, and the effect will happen. This one is choose one pet in the adventure area and give it +1 inspiration. So this one is 5 to 5, and this one is 3 to 4. Say if this both crashes and gets retired, my Farewell will activate and give this +1. So now this is a 4 to 4, and now this would both go as long as the opponent doesn't inspiration. The inspiration on the scenes are only for the character it says. All mine is for Fluttershy, so I cannot inspo boost an angel. These are only for your characters that it says. So if you do play mix, say with Applejack as well, you have to get lucky on which one comes out. Alright, I did this like 7 times. If you guys learn anything, please let me know. Comment down below. This took 4 hours to do. I kept messing up, forgetting things. If I miss anything and if you have any questions, please comment down below, like, and subscribe if you want to. You don't have to. But thanks for watching, and there'll be more to come.